Okay, hello. So, something happened last night that I wanted to come on and tell you about. Um, this is going to be about taking pride in the little things and helping our kids who might be struggling with reading or might not be where we want them to be to take pride in the small steps that it takes to get better. So last night was a very typical weeknight where I finished working and my laptop was still open and I left all my stuff out and I ran to get the baby from daycare and I brought her home, and Phil, my husband, was very quickly making dinner so that we could eat dinner with the baby and then do bedtime. So he made dinner in a huge rush, and then he finished dinner and we sat down with the baby, and then the baby proceeded to, if anyone knows how to get babies to stop doing this, please tell me, but just like, smush her food around and play with it and throw it and get her food everywhere. We finished eating quickly so that I could do bedtime. And when I gave the baby a bath and I calmly gave her bottle and read her a book and put her to sleep, I read her Goodnight Moon every night, and then she picks a book every night. And I'm curious if there are any bedtime stories that you like. Anyway, I put the baby to sleep and the house was a real mess, like food out everywhere from dinner prep, food out from the person in our house who throws their food instead of eating it. All of my work stuff out, all of Phil's work stuff out, and all the baby's daycare stuff kind of like strewn so that we could then get to dinner. So like her bottles from the day and her extra food from the day and her extra clothes because she got her other clothes dirty. So just the house was a mess. So I came out from bedtime and my house was clean. My apartment was clean and it felt lovely. And I looked at Phil and he was like, I feel really proud of cleaning up that. I feel really proud of that cleanup. I got really defensive. I was like, okay, well, I was just doing bedtime and we all clean up the house, and like, this is not such a big deal that you do cleanup. Meanwhile, a big part of the reason that I am able to run a business and have a career that I love is because Phil does do the cleanup really often. But I was just feeling like, all right, that's great, but like we can all do that. And then he kind of sensed that from me. And then he looked at me and he's like, sometimes you have to take pride in the things you do. And it's like, yes, that is something that I say to people. So instead, I kind of fixed my face and adjusted my attitude. And I was like, yeah, you did do a hard cleanup. Everything was everywhere. You must have been running around this whole time that I was doing bath time and bottle and book and singing. That whole time, you were probably just running around like a chicken without your head. And you did. You put everything away and the house feels great. Thank you. This is not really a story about Phil being an amazing husband, even though he is. Really what this is about is I could have just said, yeah, but everyone could do that. And how often do we say that to ourselves? And how often do we say that to other people? Oh yeah, well, anyone could do that. Our kids feel that too. When I have a student who's all of a sudden able to read 3-letter words when they weren't able to before, but their classmates are reading 4 and 5-letter words, they read their 3-letter word and then they're like, okay, well, like all my classmates know how to do that. My sister knows how to do that. My parents know how to do that. This is not something to be proud of. And so I want to allow or challenge us all. We're going into a new moon cycle. We're going into a new month in the Jewish calendar. Like as we kind of go into this transition, we're transitioning into early school days. As we go into this transition, how can we all take a little bit more time to notice when something is good and take pride in the little things? Can you notice when your kid does something after trying and just say like, hey, you did that and it used to be hard for you. Good job. You did that and I know you didn't think you were going to be able to, or you did that and you do it every single day, but it's really cool that you can do it. How about that? So I just want to give us all a little space to take pride in the little things, because the little things add up and they become the big things. Okay, see you soon.